That fleeting moment. Does love work out? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. We'll take a look. And hello everyone, it's Tom, it's FANzine Live. We are doing World Zines today, and we are heading back to Latvia, to Riga, Latvia, and the world of Kuš comics. I could do Kuš comics in a World Zine capacity every week and not be satisfied. Their work is just incredible, bringing in some of the best artists that I've seen, not just from Latvia, not just from the Baltics, not just from Europe, but from all over the world. And their stuff is varied, their stuff is creative, their stuff speaks to the form of sequential art in ways that, honestly, I don't think that we Americans can appreciate as well as we could or should. So I'm thrilled to be able to periodically dive back into the world of Kuš and share what we've got. Today we're going to do a box of candy. This is a min-kuš, which is one of their, I guess you would call them mini comics, and it's done by Etching Room 1. Etching Room 1, I have learned, is a fascinating partnership. It's a graphic design partnership between Christina Jarosz and Anna Kodkova. I hope I didn't slaughter those names. I apologize if I did. They're both out of Kiev in the Ukraine. I know I've done a lot of stuff about Ukraine, and obviously I'm very sympathetic to what's going on in Ukraine right now. I had no idea this was about Ukraine until about maybe 2 minutes ago when I started looking up what Etching Room 1 was, and I thought it was one person. It ends up being a collaborative, and then ends up being from Ukraine. So I am honored to be able to present their work, but there's no link between that and the current events going on in Ukraine. What I will say, though, is that if you look at their webpage, which I'll put in the show notes, their reach around Europe is really impressive. And I mean really impressive. They have displayed all over in Europe. They're very big in Berlin, Germany, and obviously in Ukraine, but they go everywhere, and they've attracted attention, and such as with Riga, Latvia's Kuš comics. So this is a sample work, I guess you would say, of Etching Room 1, and it's called A Box of Candy. And you can see right now, I'm going to bring it up close so that you can get a better look at it. This is what appears to be, I wouldn't even say markers. I'm going to say these are either pastels or they're pastels or maybe colored pencils. And you get a chance to enjoy this level of craft because Kuš has, again, some of the most fantastic production values of anybody I've seen. The book itself is on hard stock. It's like a cardstock all the way through, saddle stitched, professionally laid out and printed. It's perfect. Kuš Comics makes perfect comics. And then the creative material that goes in my opinion, lives up to the production values. So, Kuš, A Box of Candy. I'm going to read through this with you so that you can get a sense of kind of what a min-kuš is, and perhaps maybe entice you to take a look at getting a few of your own. They're definitely worth it. To anyone who knows what I mean, this morning I woke up and everything was as usual, but I felt some emptiness inside. I went for a walk in the park into my favorite coffee shop. 1 cappuccino, please. Then I passed by a candy shop. I thought when I first saw you that I felt like a child who had been given a box of candy, but not all the candy was sweet. Neat spread. Who are you? Why are you looking at me? Call me any day, any time. I will come. I want to tell you something, but I won't. I think I'm in love. Can't stop thinking about you. Maybe it's better to stop right now. Open to find out what's inside. I like the candy box image. I changed my mind. You're not good for me. You're a nice person, but we don't fit together. It's over now. It would be nice not to see each other again. There's nothing else here. Candy box is 2/3 empty. Just like in the songs, for a short time, a broken heart is always shit. This is the end or not. And that's it. A short story about the heartache of falling in love, but remember, never give up on your dreams is what it says here. A very short, obviously, it's a mini comic, a reflective piece. But the thing I really enjoy about this, beyond kind of the notion of fleeting love, is graphically, this is really intriguing. And it starts with these, I think they're cutouts. And I'll bring that up close so you can see what I mean. The N appears to be either taped down or cut out and then placed from below. Is that just a correction in the lettering, or is it something more? Then I notice here, this one looks like it has tape over it. And here, and here. Then you got this section here. Look at all the corrections you've got along this area. Are they corrections or are they part of the design? At this point, I'm not entirely certain. But I do just find it interesting. It kind of speaks in my mind to, I guess, an imperfect state of mind. And it's neat to be able to use lettering and design work like that. I mean, it's everywhere in the book. You can see the piece down here, piece up there, lettering changes here, piece here, and it just goes on and on. So I find that really interesting. It's kind of a second level, if you will, to the storytelling. And then, of course, the work itself. The artwork is very simple. It's very clean, and it leaves space for the kind of scrawled, I'm thinking it's colored pencils, the scrawled pencils to be able to show up. I do note that the coffee cup has been maybe placed on with a piece of tape. This is kind of their mascot, I guess, their brand symbol. But yeah, very cool. The art style is very different than stuff we see in the States, even in some of the modern zine culture stuff, as opposed to the spandex hero type work. But it's got a very breezy type feel to it. They clearly can do more detailed work. And this one, I've got to think, has got to be pastels. Might be colored pencils, but I'm not sure. So it's kind of fun. Lots of symbolism in this one. I like it a lot. Again, Kush Comics, they know how to pick them. Etching Room 1, a box of candy. Great looking min-kuš. So glad to share it with you today. Folks, this has been FANzine Live. This was the World Zines for this week. A box of candy by Etching Room 1, min-kuš. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you next time.